Welcome back. The time is now 6:44. Let's get a check on weather with meteorologist Hunter Donahoe. So you're walking out, you're still going to feel very cold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The winds aren't going to help any matters either, Megan. I mean, we're seeing wind chills in the 30s below right now. So at least it's better than Friday.
Right, yeah. Friday was rough.
I guess that's the motto we have to follow here because Friday was the basement. We were under the basement. We were in the foundation of the house, right?
So rough, yeah.
This morning, we're in the basement, we're a little bit above it. And as we go throughout the week, we'll hover right around basement to garage level, maybe go up to the first floor, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good analogy for this week.
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks. It's going to be cold. That is more layman's terms for you there, with some breezy winds still looking to linger and wind chills that will hold below zero throughout this whole work week. You look out in Mason City right now, beautiful start to the day. Already starting to see some sunshine on the left side of your screen. We are seeing those temperatures also still hovering in the teens below zero right now. 13 below in Mason City, 14 below in Rochester, 12 below in Cresco, some single digits below out in the driftless. Now those winds are starting to turn out of the southwest around 5 to 15 miles per hour region wide right now. That's still giving us these wind chills again in the 30s below along and west of Highway 52. Some 20s out in Forest City and Garner below, and of course out in the driftless as well. This is why we have a cold weather advisory in place for everybody through noon today. Wind chills hovering in the 30s below through about that time when things will start to improve as those southerly winds start to take over. No clouds at all this morning. That's why we're having a nice sunrise here in the next hour or so, but clouds will start to build back, and that is out to the north and west where our next Alberta Clipper is located. That will start to bring in those clouds very slowly, and eventually it will bring us a threat, very low-end threat for a few flurries, but I think the air is just going to be too dry for us to see any of that falling. That high-pressure system that brought us that brutal, brutal cold Friday is now down to the south, where they are dealing with their own form of some extreme cold. Temperatures today will rise to right around the low to mid-teens. Our highs will be occurring around midnight tonight, where those clouds will maybe produce a few flurries, and those southwest winds remain a bit breezy. So those wind chills will hold below zero all day. Here's around 3 p.m. Those clouds starting to come in here, starting out as those high, thin cirrus clouds, so the sun's still able to puncture through, but I do think they will start to thicken up a little bit by around sundown. And then we go throughout the overnight, a mix of some clear sky and clouds. After the cold front moves through, those winds remain breezy out of the northwest, and they will allow those temperatures to fall down to around 0 degrees by the time we're waking up Tuesday morning. Those winds, there you go, out of the south into the afternoon, gusts around 30 to 35 miles per hour. That will keep those wind chills again, topping out around, the single digits to lower teens below zero by the warmest part of our day, around 3 p.m. Then we head in towards the overnight as those northwest winds take over, and we'll drop right on back down to the teens to 20s below zero as we go for the morning commute of our Tuesday. Those winds a bit breezy through about Wednesday or so, again all out of the northwest, lightening up for Thursday, but still a bit of a breeze out there. And then Friday, they start to increase yet again. This is all thanks to an upper level pattern conducive for this northwest flow. Great Lakes, upper level low, still sitting out there and spinning throughout the whole work week. But then we start to see some high pressure that might try to build in out of the west into the weekend. Maybe we'll get some relief, but still, it's not going to be super warm by any means. We'll go back to around seasonable. So you look at those highs, single digits through about Friday, a nice mix of some sun and clouds. Sub-zero starts each and every morning, but you notice by Saturday we're back to the teens, and by Sunday we're back to the 20s. But we do have a chance for snow that we will be tracking throughout this week, Megan, and honestly, that's the only thing that we can track. It's pretty dry all week long.
Yeah, I had a friend who lives in New Jersey say, hey, how are you guys doing with the snow there? Because she got a bunch of snow. And I'm like, we have no snow. I mean, no snow, just the cold. She's like, oh, interesting. Yeah, you think Minnesota snow, but no.
It's pretty uncommon for that to happen. You know, we get nothing, and then the whole East Coast and South gets everything.
Exactly. So, well, thank you, Hunter.
You're welcome.